bugs. They are disgusting. And the only reason that humans are still alive today is because bugs are this big. But what if they weren't? What if they were enormous? What would it be like to fight them? Spiders are the predators of bugs. They kill almost anything that gets into their web. So today, we're gonna find out how to fight back against those spiders if they were human size.
Hello again, bug-sized friend.
Oh
Have you
boy.
ever wondered what it's like to fight the deadliest spiders in the world? No? Well, let's find out.
This looks like my
Challenge
worst
one.
nightmare.
Black widows.
GG.
Despite their size at a cute 1.5 inches, the black widow is one of the deadliest spiders in the world. Drop for drop, its venom is more potent than most rattlesnakes. But in a fight, you do have one advantage. Widows have really poor eyesight.
How do they have poor eyesight? They have 8 eyeballs. I mean, seriously, how bad of eyesight do you need to have 8 eyes and you still can't see? That's pathetic.
To sneak attack it. But first you'll have to navigate its messy maze of tangle webs, and some strands are laced with sticky glue droplets.
Oh,
Just
God.
grazing against one is a death sentence. But what looks like a random mess of silk to us is actually an intricate network. And disturbing a strand in this network sends vibrations back down to where the widow rests, alerting her to your presence. It's kinda like those laser tripwire rooms you see in spy movies.
Bruh.
You could try cutting yourself out, but widow silk is tougher than Kevlar. And more wriggling means you get more tangled, which creates even more vibrations.
Nah.
And as soon as she senses you, she bolts towards you.
I don't like this. I don't know if I technically am an arachnophobia. I don't know if that's me, but I can tell you this. It's freaking me out. This is freaking me out. I'm not enjoying that. Whatever's going on here.
Her fangs, injecting venom straight
Oh my God.
into your veins.
Oh, no, I hate
and
it.
Paralyzes you instantly.
Oh.
Most spiders feed in a similar way, first squirting digestive enzymes to liquefy your internal tissues, and then slurping up that sweet, sweet nutrient soup, leaving behind a shriveled husk. Just like how she cannibalized her husband! Thankfully, black widow bites are rarely fatal for most non-bug-sized humans, but you might end up with symptoms like muscle pain and cramps. Some other spiders on this list aren't so nice though.
Isn't that crazy though that a black widow, if it bites you, like it'll mess up your whole arm. You can recover. And there are some instances where people have died from black widow bites though, like it's serious. But the fact that we are as big as we are and that thing is as little as it is, what is that feeling when it actually bites, let's say a cricket? That cricket must feel like it's exploding from the inside out. Like just instant like kaboom! I feel bad because, you know, I've thought about this situation before, but I've never seen it depicted in this way. And watching a human, although, you know, a stick man, but watching a human just get slurped up like that is really sad. And now it makes me sad for all the other insects that spiders eat.
Challenger 2. Trapdoor spiders.
Ooh.
Trapdoor spiders are devious hunters that can span up to 3 inches long. And as their name suggests, they create trapdoors using silk, soil, and leaves.
See, these spiders are way more respectable, in my opinion. They're way more intelligent, in my opinion. They actually make actual traps. That's freaking awesome.
So well constructed that they camouflage perfectly with the ground. The trapdoors are rigged with silk tripwire,
that is
so as
so
soon as you
cool.
bump into one,
Bink.
the spider bursts out, grabs you, and pulls you inside in a blink.
Dude.
It's adapted to be super
Whoa!
efficient at this, with strong spiny front legs to grapple prey and powerful fangs for piercing and crushing. And in case you try to resist, some trapdoor species even have armored carapaces for additional defense. In my opinion, it's a high-risk, high-reward hunting strategy though. Like, what if a predator triggers the tripwire instead?
Yeah. That's actually a good point. Yeah, there's no way for it to really know what's out there other than the fact that something is alerting him. That'd be pretty fun. If you find one out in the wild and you have a shoe on and you start like tickling the thing and see if it jumps out at you. Might scare the crap out of me, but I do it anyway.
And it kinda looks like the devs forgot to hit extrude on its butt. But the flat butt actually makes a tough
What?
shield. Kinda looks like an Oreo. So in the off chance that you manage to dodge the spider's first attack, it can retreat and plug its burrow with its shield butt.
That's awesome, bro. What?
Before we fight the 7 other unique spiders on this list, let's go through some spider lore first. What makes a spider a spider? Is it the 8 legs? Well, this dude has 8 legs. Oh, who's a good spider? Well, not you. If you want to be a spider, you need to have 2 body segments, 8 legs, silk-spinning butt factories called spinnerets, and venomous chelicerae.
Wait, but I thought some spiders don't spin webs, like tarantulas, right? Tarantulas don't make webs. We just got a tarantula. This might be a spoiler alert. Yeah, because the video definitely won't be out yet. But we bought a Goliath bird-eating tarantula, and we're raising it. We're making a video on it. So it's actually like not even that far. It's way over there. Am I gonna go grab it? Absolutely not. No way I'm gonna handle that thing. No way.
See word for fang bits. A spider's life cycle has 3 main stages. First is the egg stage. Female spiders lay hundreds of eggs in silk sacs. Some species stick them to their webs and guard them till they hatch, while others, like wolf spiders, carry them on their butts.
We've actually seen that happening as well, because we did another video where we flipped rocks in a forest to see what was under them, and we found a lot of wolf spiders, and some of them did have all of their eggs still attached to their abdomen.
The eggs typically hatch in a few weeks, and the spiderlings that pop out are usually a mini replica of their adult versions. For most species, the spiderlings are left to fend for themselves, but the wolf spider is a rare case and carries them all on her back. As a spiderling, all you need to do is find food and survive, but your hundreds of brothers and sisters all need food too. And right now, you're looking like a yummy snack.
No way they eat each other.
To escape from cannibalism, the spiderlings run away. If they can, or some use a special ability called ballooning, where they release silk threads into the air and peace out on a silk parachute.
What? The more I learn about animals, the more I realize that they're superheroes. They are. Bro, as a superhero, you can summon a parachute. I mean, is that the coolest superpower ever? Absolutely not, but it's still a superpower. That's insane. Like, what? That's so cool.
Is molting. Because spiders have an exoskeleton, in order to grow, they need to constantly shed their skin to provide themselves with more room to get bigger. Can we appreciate how difficult it would be to pull all 8 of your legs out of your exoskeleton? Like, I can't even get out of my 2-legged pants without... After roughly 5 to 10 molts, depending on the species, the spiderling finally moves on to the adult stage. Now the spider is at its full size, and this is usually when their colorful markings are most prominent.
You know, it's like I look at that and it gives me the chills. Is that arachnophobia? I mean, I think I have a mild dose. I have a mild dose of a couple things. Arachnophobia, I think, is one of the things.
You're a male spider. For most species, it's pretty much a wrap for you at this point. You're at risk because you have to wander out of your nest to find the mate, or if you do manage to find a mate, she'll probably eat you, or even if none of these things happen to you, you'll probably just drop dead right after anyway. Because biology. If you're a female spider, you can have a much more fulfilling adult life. You're often way bigger and scarier, and you usually live much longer too, producing multiple egg sacs over your lifetime. And then the process repeats. Aw, you itching to get back into it, little guy? No, I'm not.
Yeah, I did know that too, that the lady spiders are kind of the alpha dogs of the spider ecosystem. The spider we have, I think, is a female. And dude, Adam bought it. I don't think he knew this at the time. That thing will live for 15 to 20 years.
Challenger 3. Ogreface netcasters.
Never heard of that.
Ogreface netcaster is a spider that gets its name from its big eyes and tiny head. It spans about 3 inches long, and their huge eyes give them really good night vision. Even better than an owl. There is a catch though. They can't control the amount of light exposure into their eyes. Humans have irises for this purpose, but the eyes of Ogreface over here are just one giant pupil. So every morning, they get burnt to a crisp.
I know exactly how to defeat this thing. It's super easy. So if it sees any light, it's blind. Not to get too detailed, but I'm very white below. Well, first of all, I'm real white anywhere. Wolves howl at my full moon. Well, let's put it that way.
This happens every day,
Oh, wow.
by
It
the
literally
way.
explodes
So
your eyes.
your
That's
best bet
crazy.
is to defeat them during the day, when
Wow.
they're completely blind. That is, if you can find them. They're excellent camouflages, with their bodies resembling bark and dried leaves. Too late, it's
Bro,
nighttime
that's crazy.
now. And Ogreface here has come out to hunt. It first weaves a rectangular web of silk, and then stretches it to 3 times its size between its forelimbs like a net. Then, of course, it takes a dump on the ground. And then they wait motionless above. This
Nah.
leads to some of the coolest looking spider photos I have ever seen. Like, look at him. And look at his little Squidward face. Oh, and the poop is speculated to either be a target or something stinky to lure prey. As soon as you sniff that delicious poo and get close, it strikes.
Nah, this is the coolest spider I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I've never heard of it before, but this dude is awesome. This dude is literally awesome. He takes a turd, and then he camps his turd for prey to go eat it. He makes a web and slam dunks on him like a WWE move from the top ropes. I actually can't believe it. This is the coolest, not only spider, but maybe the coolest species, the coolest animal in the entire animal kingdom. That is so cool.
Digging down and dropping its web net, ensnaring you immediately. It wraps you up a bit more just to make sure you're nice and comfy, and then it digs in.
Oh, God. I don't like that part. That thing is cool, though. I want one.
Challenger 4.
Water? Underwater spider?
Diving bell spiders. The diving bell spider is quite tiny, spanning only 0.8 inches, and it's the only known spider to basically live its whole life underwater. It can freely move in water for short periods.
Oh, I don't like that.
Trapped on small
I don't like that.
hydrophobic hairs on its body. But to stay underwater for longer, it builds something called a diving bell. It first creates a waterproof web sack, and then inflates it using air trapped on its body.
These things have superpowers. Are you kidding me? What? Yeah, dude, that is so cool.
It usually takes the spider several trips up to the surface to accomplish. But once it's fully inflated, it serves as the spider's new base of operations. And it usually only leaves to refill the air bubble or to hunt. Its diet consists of aquatic bugs, tiny crustaceans, and sometimes even small fish.
I almost don't believe it. Like he's lying.
And it hunts
There's no
by
way that's
detecting
real.
the vibrations of prey in the water. But it can't really eat you in the water because the digestive enzymes it squirts out would just get diluted. So instead, it drags you back to its little spider bubble where it can chow you down in peace.
I've built many underwater bases in Minecraft, and it is freaking hard. You need a lot of sponge, you need a lot of like building. This guy's a superhero. I'm not exaggerating. I mean, maybe not the hero part because all he does is kill things, but super villain then? I don't know. Whatever you want to call him, bro's got superpowers. I really almost don't believe that that's even a real thing. That's insane. That's so cool.
Challenger 5. Giant Antarctic sea spiders. The giant Antarctic sea spider lives underwater along the coasts of Antarctica.
I can't look at that.
And they can grow up to 30 inches long. That's like the size of a small dog.
Does anyone know when we're gonna be on Mars? If it's anytime soon, I will be purchasing the first rocket ship there. I don't want anything to do with that. Whatever I'm looking at right now, I don't want that. No, I'm out. I'm out of here.
It's not exactly known why they get so big, but there's a couple of theories. One is that Antarctic water is very oxygen rich, and the extra availability helps them grow better. Also, bigger bodies can store more energy in food-scarce environments and can also deal with the crushing pressure of the ocean better. But despite having spider in their name, they're not spiders. They belong to a group called pycnogonids, which is kinda like a distant cousin to spiders. So, close enough for me. They're so weird though. They have no lungs or gills and instead breathe through their super long legs. Plus, their body is so small that they don't have enough space to store everything in there. So, they keep some vital organs in their legs too. Not really sure what you can do about this guy. Maybe you could crawl into its leg and block its breathing pipes or something. But it's got a bunch more of them though.
It's literally bigger than the entire Colosseum.
Super slowly using their long tubular proboscis to pierce soft-bodied prey like you. They then squirt digestive enzymes and suck up that nutrient soup. Isn't that great?
Just disgusting.
Even though it's so big, it still eats like all its other little spider friends.
I don't know which one's the worst, as far as like which one I would not want to battle the most. I guess that one. That one seems impossible to defeat, but they're all pretty tough. I think the one that maybe is the easiest to defeat would be, I'll say the trapdoor spider, I guess. I try to sneak attack it because I know what it's gonna do. So I'd trigger the thing and just be ready. I'd be ready. I would trigger the trap. It would pop out. Whooping! Whooping! Whoopah! And it would probably eat me alive.
Challenger 6. wandering spiders.
What is that?
This spider
What
is
is
one
that?
that you definitely don't want to pick a fight with.
I don't like
Unluckily
looking.
for you. The Brazilian wandering spider is considered the most venomous spider in the world.
I didn't know that.
For non-bug-sized humans, a tiny dose of venom the weight of a grain of salt can be fatal if not treated in time.
What?
The wandering spiders can get huge, like 7 inches huge. Okay, you can get off now. I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, but like, why does it need that much venom? It's just a spider. Like, what is it attacking where it needs that potent of venom? It's just eating little bugs. This thing is demonic. It's literally demonic. It's so overpowered. It's so overpowered.
Forests of South America, but there have been sightings of them in urban areas too.
Never
When
going to
threatened,
South America
they rear
ever.
up into a threat pose as a warning and charge at you to try and scare you away, even jumping up to 1.5 feet.
GG.
That means a spider could be like here and then... I'm uncomfortable. Also, as scary as the threat pose is supposed to be, it kinda looks like he's just asking for a hug. Aw, do you want a hug, little spider?
Yeah, no, that's the worst one. That's the worst one. I would never, ever, 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 ever fight that. Even in regular size. Even if I am 1,000 times bigger than it, I still would elect not to fight it. I think it would still maybe kill me. Probably kill me. Yeah, I think it would get me.
Challenge 7. Spitting spiders. The spitting
Superpower.
spider spans up to
These
an
things
inch
have
long,
superpowers.
and they have the ability to shoot webs. The webs shoot through holes in their fangs, and they wiggle their chelicerae back and forth to create a zigzag pattern. This increases the surface area of the spray, making it harder to dodge. The silk also only gets sticky when it comes in contact with the air. If this didn't happen, then the spider would be choking on its own web.
That's true.
But because they're slow and have bad eyesight, spitting spiders usually hunt at night, when prey is less active. They sneak up on you while you sleep, and gently
They're like
prod you
llamas.
to gauge distance. Then the spider suddenly squeezes its body like a sauce bottle, securing you as its next meal.
Bruh.
Too bad none of you picked the spitting spider as a pet. You could have gotten a free squeezy bottle web shooter.
That would be pretty cool. Alright, we got 2 more. What? I don't even know if I want to know what these are. No, oh
Bolus
god.
spiders. The bolus.
Excuse me? What is that? The world scares me more and more every day. It really does. No way that thing's real. No, that thing is not real. I don't believe it. What is that?
Spanning under an inch long, and they have one of the most unique hunting strategies, specializing in hunting moths. No. First, they spit out this gooey, webby snot ball and lower it down on the end of a silk line, kinda like a fisherman. The shiny goo blob
It's like an
smells like a
anglerfish.
female moth to your moth brain, so you're entranced, and you fly towards
Okay.
it, expecting to find your new wife. But
No
instead,
way.
the spider smacks you in the face with sticky spider spit and catches you on its line. Then all the bolus spider needs to do is reel you into a venom-filled bite.
Is this real? Is that actually real? This is unbelievable. How did I not know any of, like, well, I knew some of these, but how did I not know that? Bro, that's insane. It's like literally the anglerfish of spiders. Wow.
Challenge 9.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
Purse-webbed spiders.
Excuse
Purse-webbed
me?
spiders are dark, chunky, and have super long fangs that are way too big in relation to their bodies. They're often mistaken for tarantulas, although they only grow up to 2 inches long. But you'll get to meet these guys soon. Purse-webbed spiders build a unique web in the shape of a tube, usually up against a tree so that it's camouflaged. The spider chills in the tube for its whole life, usually never ever coming out.
That's
When a
me in the
bug-sized
basement.
brain like yours sees the tube, it gets curious. Are there cookies at the top? Cookie. Before you notice your mistake,
There was a cookie.
the spider lunges to your position from the inside of the tube. And
I can
using
see your
its
shadow.
ginormous fangs, it pierces through the silk wall.
That's
and
insane.
spreads into your guts. You're probably dead already, but you get a dose of venom as well, just to be sure. And then carefully, the spider cuts a small opening in the tube and pulls your corpse inside, sealing it again before it begins feeding.
Oh my
Tarantulas.
god.
The
Oh
Goliath
my
bird-eating
God.
spider is the largest species of tarantula.
I have a fantastic fact about these for you. I have one. You see, I live with Adam. You guys may know him as Dirt Boy. And on our Beck Bros channel, we have been doing some pretty crazy things, and one of them is to adopt exotic animals. The Goliath bird-eating spider. It is the biggest spider in the world. And the video that we filmed is not out yet, but here's a little teaser for you guys, I suppose. I can't even watch this. And yes, that is me. That is me laying on the floor, and that is Adam pouring it on me. Oh my God, I can't even watch. I don't want to. Look at me. I'm terrified, bro. I'm not even making a sound. Oh. Okay. I don't want to spoil what else happens in that video. It's insane. It should be coming out pretty soon, actually, after this video is posted. So if you want to see more of that, go to the Beck Bros channel. Anyway, my point is, I know this creature a little bit too well. Let's see what it would be like if it was human size.
And it spans up to 12 inches long. Now you, yes, you watching this video, open your palm and look at it. This spider is significantly bigger than what you're looking at. Just our fuzzy little friend. Although they're not too venomous to humans, their massive 1.5-inch fangs can easily break human skin. But on the rare chance that you're able to put the tarantula on the defensive, the spider is equipped with a special weapon called urticating hairs. When it's fleeing, it uses its hind legs to quickly flick off jagged bristles that cloud the air behind it.
Yeah, this is all very true, and this is all stuff that I've learned in the last couple of weeks, and this is all stuff that has happened to us. Again, stay tuned for that video. It is insane. These things also hiss, by the way. They're spiders, but they hiss like a cat when they're annoyed. Mine has hissed many times.
Bristles are a severe irritant and can get stuck in your skin and eyes, preventing you from pursuing.
Yeah, so these things, I hate to keep pausing it. I'm sorry. I'm sure you guys want to get to the next spider, but I just find it so interesting since I literally have one of these. But they hunt using those giant fangs. That is how they kill their prey, and it's how they eat. But they're also half porcupine. They can shoot their hairs out at you. Luckily, though, as humans, tarantulas aren't really too dangerous to us. Like, yes, those hairs can pierce our skin, and yes, they're very irritating and itchy, but they don't really do too much, which is ironic since it's such a huge spider. You would think it would be more dangerous to humans, but really, like, the most dangerous ones to my knowledge are like the black widow, for example, or the brown recluse. Spiders like that.
Slow and stealthy hunters, suddenly lunging at prey when they get close enough. And despite their size, they're on a liquid-only diet, preying on frogs, rodents, lizards, snakes, and of course, birds sometimes. They have special teeth called cheliceraal teeth that help with gripping and chowing down prey for optimal nutrient suckability. Tarantula species are also some of the most colorful spiders, and since they're also quite docile around people, they make pretty good pets.
It actually isn't that bad of a pet, I can't lie. He's in the room pretty much right next to me. I would take you if I could, but you're connected to my PC. He's right over there. And I can confirm that they eat mice. Yeah, they literally eat mice, and it's a spider. All right, what do we got next?
While we're talking about giant cuddly spiders, there's another important spider I should cover. The giant huntsman spider. It has legs that also span to about 12 inches. They hunt by chasing prey down using their speed. They're pretty harmless to humans, though. They just want to be friends.
Oh, it's huge.
You know, I'm actually terrified of spiders. I remember this one time during school camp. I was kinda muddy after a mud run, so I go into this crusty cabin to shower, and in a crack in the door frame, at eye level, is the biggest huntsman spider I have ever seen in my life. It was one of these guys, and he was as big as my head, and he was looking at me and wiggling his little mouth bits. I was naked, vulnerable, and I was like, nope. So I wet my hair in the sink to make it look like I showered, and then spent the rest of the day covered in mud. So I kinda feel bad for putting you through all this. Not really.
I didn't know huntsman spiders were a thing, to be honest. I knew there's a huntsman keyboard. I feel like I should know about them because they're so big. They're as big as the Goliath bird-eating tarantula. So you'd think I would know.
Jumping spiders. Jumping spiders are the most horrifying, bloodthirsty creatures in existence. Most species span up to a terrifying 0.6 inches. Their
They
two
are
large
super
middle eyes
tiny.
have exceptionally sharp vision, able to accurately judge depth. And as soon as they've locked onto you, they're ready to pounce. Spiders have an open circulatory system, so their blood kinda just floats around, unlike humans. And by squishing muscles in their
Whoa.
bodies, they can increase blood pressure in their legs,
Whoa.
which launches them into the air, allowing them to jump over 20 times their own body length.
Whoa!
But what if they miss their target?
Do they die? No, actually, what does happen? Why did he leave it up to us to figure out, bro? There's no way they die, right? That's crazy. I hate to keep on talking about the Beck Bros channel, but boys, there's actually a jumping spider on the way to our house right now for another video that we're cooking up over there. There's gonna be some bangers coming out soon, so make sure to stay tuned.
Okay, I'm kidding, she's not dead. Before jumping,
Oh,
they make sure to secure
thank you.
a silk
Okay,
drag
cool.
line behind them. Kinda like a bungee cord. It allows them to take big risks because they can always reel themselves back. But once they've got you, they liquefy you with venom and digestive enzymes, and then slap up that nutrient soup.
That
If
is
you're ever
really
around
cool.
one, take a close look, because sometimes they'll actually track you with their cute little beady eyes.
That is really cool. I'm actually learning a lot about these spiders that I'm gonna be an owner of. So I probably should have known this stuff before becoming an owner of them. But I didn't know that they like actually put a web down before they jump just in case they miss. That's genius. It's actually, so they're able to think proactively. Does that, I think that means that they're conscious. Like that is consciousness if you're able to think ahead of time. That is like one of the characteristics. It's one of the traits of being conscious. And a lot of people say like, oh, bugs aren't conscious, dogs aren't conscious because they can't think ahead of time. But obviously this bug is able to. Insect. Bug. It's a bug, not an insect.
Challenger 3. Orb weavers. Orb weavers are
God.
most commonly known for their iconic wheel-shaped webs. And the largest one is the giant golden orb weaver, spanning up to 6 inches long. They get their name from the golden silk they produce, and the
Whoa.
webs they make act like giant nets for flying insects that are dumb enough to fall into it.
I feel like this is pretty standard spider stuff here.
The spider sits right in the middle of the web, and as soon as prey lands, it uses its keen vibration senses to locate it, and immediately runs over to deliver a venomous bite. But that's only one species, and there's so many more to talk about. So, Orb Weaver Spider Speed Round. The longhorned orb weaver has crazy looking long horns, possibly because it makes it really hard for predators to swallow it. This is a decoy building cyclosa spider, right here. The rest is a decoy built using debris to trick predators into picking the wrong thing instead.
How are they that smart? How are they that smart? It's a spider that's smarter than probably 90% of humans. That's crazy.
There's an orb weaver called the alien butt spider. Yeah, that's its butt, not its face. The triangle weaving spider turns its web into a slingshot, launching extra silk at trap prey to ensnare them even tighter. Blech. The mirror spider has shiny reflective patches on its abdomen. It can shrink and expand these patches to camouflage by breaking up its outline. And finally, there's the zombie spider, who is just a normal little cave orb weaver that got infected by a fungus. And now the fungus mind controls it to do its bidding.
What?
There's even more, but that's a long list. So, next challenger.
Bro, I know I say this almost every time we watch any video about animals, but they literally have superpowers. Actually, it's insane. I guess like you could say, oh, humans have the superpower of being really smart. We don't all. Not everybody does. Look at Adam. Would you say that he has a superpower? I would not. That one was really cool.
Challenger 4.
Huh? Is that hay?
Assassin spiders. Assassin spiders are quite tiny, only growing to about the size of a grain of rice. But under the hood,
really
they
tiny.
look like pelicans.
What?
Which is
How?
why they're also called pelican spiders. But they're mostly known as assassin spiders because
They assassinate other spiders.
they can track down spiders by their webs, carefully tiptoeing over any trigger lines to avoid alerting them, allowing them to get within striking range. Then, using their long curved jaws and their extendo neck, they attack from a distance. This range makes them very difficult to counter. Once they've skewered you, they hoist you into the air, inject venom, and eat you. all while staying safely out of reach.
That would be very embarrassing, though, to die to an assassin spider as a spider yourself. Because the assassin spider, like you said, is the size of a piece of rice, a grain of rice. That is outrageously tiny, even compared to a lot of spiders. That'd be like if you died to a child, a 5-year-old child, who's like 3 feet tall. I wouldn't want anyone to know that. But yeah, I can't tell if I love or if I hate that spider. He creeps me out. I don't like that it looks like a pelican either. What is this one?
Dock spiders.
Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Dock spiders get their name because they're usually found on docks. And all around docks too.
Oh,
They can span up to 4 inches long, and their special ability is that they can run on water. They can do this thanks to surface tension, which makes the surface act like an elastic sheet if you're light enough. Their weight is also spread evenly across 8 legs, each covered in water-repelling hairs that keep them from sinking.
Hey, I have hairy legs. Can I do that?
Nope, you're too fat. Dock spiders don't use webs to hunt. Instead, they kinda use the water surface as a web. They sit on the surface and listen for vibrations. And as soon as they detect movement, they bolt. They're big enough to catch small fish too.
Are you out of your mind? No. Get me to Mars. Somebody call up Elon Musk immediately and tell him to take me to Mars. I don't want to be on this. What is that? No. That's the worst image I've ever seen in my entire life.
Challenger 7.
What is that?
Funnel web spiders. This is the infamous Sydney funnel web, one of the deadliest spiders in the world, and in my opinion, one of the scariest looking too. What? They discovered a new species that's deadlier than this guy?
That is horrifying.
Introducing the Newcastle Big Boy. Spanning up to 4 inches long, this guy has even longer fangs and larger venom glands than the Sydney funnel web. Well, isn't that great news for you? Most spiders try to run away when you bother them. But funnel webs stand their ground by rearing up and displaying their fangs, which are strong enough to punch right through your fingernail. Using venom is quite expensive for spiders, and most use it sparingly. But when a funnel web bites, it's been known to empty its entire venom tank into you. Sometimes they even stay latched on, biting you repeatedly just to make sure. In the worst case, even a non-bug-sized human could die from a bite within 3 hours. But an anti-venom was created in 1981, and ever since there have been no recorded deaths. This one's unrecorded. Interestingly, their venom is not very effective against other mammals like rabbits. Or even dogs. Aww, there's a little guy tickling me again.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize like that some spiders were that dangerous, but luckily we got anti-venom, so we're good. No need to worry about it. It is horrifying though. What is this one with the giant legs? Is that just a daddy long leg? Oh, here we go.
Daddy long legs.
Boom, I literally called that.
Wiggly boys.
Okay, those are all around my house.
Also known as the cellar spider, is a very common spider you can find in your home.
I actually heard that daddy longlegs are actually super venomous, but their fangs are not big enough to actually penetrate human skin, so they're not dangerous to us. I'm not sure if that's true. That might have been a myth that I heard, you know, growing up, but we'll see if he mentions it.
You've probably got one watching you right now.
I think I do up there,
They can span up to 4 inches long, but it's like 99% legs and 1% little bean body. They hunt by invading other spider webs and stealing prey, or sometimes they just steal the spider instead.
Messed up. Wow.
They're super good at this because they're able to keep their distance with their long legs while wrapping their victims in silk. Like, how do you even hit that? And even if you manage to get one of its legs, it's able to quickly detach it and get away. They also have this really funny mechanic where they start crazily vibrating in their webs when disturbed.
Oh, they do that on purpose?
This could be to make them appear bigger and more threatening, or to make their position more confusing to predators.
I have seen them do that before. I just never knew if that was on purpose or not. Interesting.
Challenger 9. Ant-slaying spiders.
What?
The Australian ant-slaying spider has one of the coolest hunting abilities of all spiders. When you face off against him, he doesn't look too tough, but then the next second he's gone. And he's cartwheeling right over you.
Sonic.
And in midair, he attaches a piece of silk to your back, landing gracefully behind you. And then he continues to twirl around you, wrapping you in soap before you can do anything.
This actually is Sonic the Spider.
Crazier is that in the wild, all of this happens vertically on the side of a tree.
What?
Once the spider's done, it's pretty much a wrap for you. He bites you and sucks out that nutrient soup.
Wow, that one's really cool. I want to see that in real life. I might have to buy that spider and test out if that's actually how it hunts, because that's cool.
Challenge 10. Brown recluses.
See, this is where I almost like I don't even want to keep watching because I think that these are like the worst spiders of all time. Like I think I could be wrong, but I think that those are super deadly even to humans. And I don't even want to know if that's true or not because it's gonna freak me out. It's really gonna freak me out. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of that.
It's most famous for its flesh-melting necrotic venom.
Yep, yeah,
but despite
like, I don't
being
like
one
that.
of the 4 deadly spider horsemen of the apocalypse, it's probably the most misunderstood spider.
Okay.
They get their name because they literally don't want to get in your way. The spider's first instinct is to run away. When cornered, they use these quick horizontal movements to avoid being touched. Or sometimes they even play dead. They really just want to be left alone. If you keep bothering them after all that, well, you were asking for it. The venom of the brown recluse contains a special toxin called sphingomyelinase D, which damages the membranes of cells it comes in contact with, killing the tissue in a process called necrosis.
Oh, God.
And it looks like he got you.
Do not look up like brown recluse bites. Seriously, don't do it because it's horrifying. It's just like skin that was, it no longer is. I hope you can at least picture it and that's it. Don't actually look up a real image of it because it's horrible. Oh, they're pretty tiny. Wow. I didn't realize they were that small.
11. Camel spiders.
Oh,
Camel spiders
that's a
span up to
demogorgon.
6 inches long, and these guys look absolutely terrifying. Like, look at these choppers.
It's a
And
beetle.
remember that a lot of you wanted this as a
Demogorgon spider.
dog-sized pet. But despite their name, technically, camel spiders aren't even spiders. They're actually camels. Wait, they aren't spiders because they don't produce venom or spin webs. But they are arachnids of the order Solifugi.
I thought arachnids are spiders, and spiders are arachnids. But I guess technically to be a spider, you have to either produce venom or web things, be able to web.
And they have 8 legs, so I'm counting them anyways. They can run at speeds of up to 10 miles per hour.
Oh my God.
And once they reach you, they
That
use
is
their
so
giant
fast.
choppers to tear and grind you apart.
Where are its
Their creepy jaw
eyeballs?
mechanism is super specialized for this. They have gotten a bad rap for chasing humans in real life, though. I can see why that's concerning. But they're not actually trying to attack you. Apparently, they're just trying to get into the shade you create, because deserts are hot, dude. As you move away
That's
from the
pretty cool.
scary spider, your shadow moves, so they keep chasing you.
It's pretty
So
smart
you should
by
just
them,
stop
actually.
and be friends with him.
Well, at least they're not too deadly, I don't think. He said they're not venomous, so they should be fine. To humans, at least. What is this one?
Challenge at 12. 6-eyed sand spiders. The 6-eyed sand spider has 6 eyes.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
They can span up to 4 inches long, and they have quite a unique hunting strategy. They dig a small pocket in the ground and bury themselves in the sand to camouflage. It's actually quite cute.
Whoa!
Well, if you ignore the fact that it's waiting to ambush you.
All right, early prediction is that it uses its legs, okay, as little sensors, and if anything steps on its leg, it eats them for dinner. Makes sense to me.
Once buried, the spider sits in its little sand bunker and waits. It's super well adapted to desert survival with a very slow metabolism, allowing it to stay motionless for weeks without food or water. So when you eventually pass close to the spider, it explodes out and grabs
Oh my
you,
God, that's
injecting necrotic
horrifying.
venom before eating you.
What like a crazily boring life, though, you know? He said for weeks it just lays there in darkness because it buries itself. It's literally laying, not moving for weeks. I hope it's at least like sleeping and getting some beauty rest in, because if it's awake, like, what does it do? It can't play video games. It can't, you know, go play basketball. It's just laying there thinking about what? Doing what? For weeks. That's probably the worst life I could even ever imagine. That's terrible.
Fortunately, these spiders are extremely shy, so they rarely bite non-bug-sized humans. But toxicology studies have shown that it potentially has the strongest venom of any spider known to us, like on the same tier as the Brazilian wandering spider and the funnel web.
Oh my god. Well, boys, that is it. That is how you would defend yourself against spiders if they were life-size. And it seems like it would not go well, and every single one would annihilate us. But I found that really, really cool. And if you guys did too, make sure to leave a like on today's video and click right here to watch another awesome one.